Hello, third grade. Today I'm here to give you some helpful reminders when playing the recorder. These are all things we've gone over many times in class, but when we're home, sometimes we forget what we've practiced at school. So today I'm going to give you some helpful reminders on how to play the recorder correctly, but then also ways to help you out if you think there's an issue when you're playing. So number one is recorder royalty. Remember, instead of slouching like lazy third graders, we want to sit up nice and tall with our shoulders back, and we want to make sure when we're holding our recorder that our elbows are off of our legs and off of our knees, and we're sitting up nice and tall. This will allow us to take a nice big breath. Number two is, remember, left hand always needs to go on top. It doesn't matter if you're left-handed, right-handed. For recorder, it's always left hand on top with your right hand at the foot. Remember, we're also not playing like a trumpet. We are just holding it nicely down your body. The third thing we should review is our air that we're using. Remember when we took our candle and first we blew 100 candles, and the second time we just used one candle and we only wanted that flame to dance and we didn't want to blow it out. We always want to use that one candle breath. It's soft and nice and warm. Remember, your cheeks shouldn't be puffing out either. Here's the difference. Here's hard air. I don't think any of us want to be sounding like that when we play our recorder. So here's our nice, soft, warm air. Another reminder is make sure that your mouthpiece is really sitting in your mouth and not just blowing into it. Next is leaks make squeaks. When we're covering our holes for our recorders, we want to make sure that the hole is completely covered. Remember, in class I practiced squeezing down on those holes until you saw rings around your fingers. That's showing us that the whole hole is covered. Also remember to use the center part of your finger, the fatty part, instead of the tips to make sure it's actually covered. If everything is covered correctly and you're using soft, warm air, you should have a nice musical sound. It's especially important to cover those holes when you're switching back notes, as I just demonstrated. Lastly, you need to remember tonguing. Remember, tonguing is when we use our ta and tt rhythms, but instead of saying them out loud, I'm going to think them in my head and let my tongue do the rhythm. So for example, if my rhythm is ta, ta, tt, ta, I would then blow on my recorder, and it gives a nice clear sound compared if I don't use tonguing. It's much harder to hear the actual rhythm. So again, using the rhythm with your tongue inside your mouth. And it should sound like this. I hope this video was helpful for you when you practice your recorder at home. Every time you play a song on the recorder, think about if you can be doing any of these things to make a better sound. And enjoy practicing.